VP on the CT side, and a pistol round already underway. Jamie and Yakinda finding early picks. And I mean, Yakinda, that's a guy you could talk about all day long in terms of young talent that has a insanely high skill ceiling. So hopefully we'll see some of that in this series. For now, FURIA just trying to claw their way back into middle. Moving up with the bomb and setting towards a 3 CTs here. Already info getting grabbed. Kicker going to spot 2 and drop 1. Trades, and Yakinda's still in grave. So FURIA, no easy entrance into this A site. Yakinda caught repositioning, but no kill for FURIA. And they're actually going back to B as well. There's only one player here right now, but one player is all they need. Buster dropping Art, and this round is pretty screwed for FURIA.
Nice hold from VP there early on. Don't even...
whoever wins the utility fight, kind of like how many Molotovs do you have to use to pick a banana and how much you can save up. That will be the factor of winning the round later on. And it's one of the hardest thing and probably the hardest area of a map you can actually play in of all the maps, because all decisions have to be made split second.
Would you say that somewhat of the banana control comes down to like RNG in terms of spawns and certain nades landing on certain players? Like surely there's just an element of luck or randomness in winning the banana fight, especially when both teams have full buys.
Well, the spawn is an advantage for sure, but it's not that big of an advantage if you use your nades correctly or maximizing all the factors that could then... Like, let's say there's a probability this guy will peek when the Molotov is there, or they're gonna smoke it out. You can all
of reading the game and putting, you know, the CTs in a bit of a spot where they don't really know what you like to do. I think that we've seen a lot more of that as well. You know, the tendency as well. You talk about utility, nades and winning that fight, and that's definitely like one of the nice changes we've seen, I feel. I think this map just revolved around taking banana control before, but I think teams now are starting to get to understanding of, well, if they take banana early, let's just wait. They've spent so much nades. We use one flash, very much what we see here. They've spent so many nades there, right? I'll just take it over with one flashbang and we have banana for free.
Yeah, basically. Just like you mentioned, yeah, there's so many ways of doing the process. That's a nice entry.
Yeah, and the smoke on the molly as well. FURIA aren't waiting around. They are playing games. They are storming the B site, and even the spawn as well. FURIA were one of the teams, at least in NA last year, that made this smoke like meta, basically. They use this in every single...
That's a fnatic smoke, Hugo. What the fuck?
Oh, sorry. I covered I covered NA all 2020. That's all I did. I just stayed up till 2 in the morning, casting FURIA shit on MDL team.
Fnatic threw that 2020. Fnatic fucking threw that smoke shit back in the goddamn 2012, man. They've been all up on that, you know, putting up pressure on the site instead, like choking down the rotator. Was alive. Like Fnatic used to have a very, very high 4 versus X situation as well, of like allowing, and maybe to Samuel's point, right? I think it just provides a lot of map control. So playing off of the map control that you have. We have 2 teams like that. GW might not be an art style, but he's definitely very active on the map as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I would say that we see more and more players doing more of that stuff, like Kerrigan, Alexi, and yeah, at least one player in most of the teams is doing similar stuff, but not to that extent.
Oh, it's a bit of a mess in the middle right now. We got 6 players fighting. Kick it with the Deagle. Worth noting, VP went for a classic Virtus.pro buy in the previous round. Kicker on the eco dropped Jamie the orb that he saved on B. And so now the Kicker is also on a Deagle in another round. He's got a kill though. He's trapped up in the pit. Swapping weapons and caught by Yakinda's rotation. And this is getting a bit messy here for FURIA. They still haven't dealt with Kicker. They know he's here from his kill earlier, but that nade will not get him. Kicker's moving in with Yakinda. It's a double face, and it's...
When he saves, he creates more probabilities of winning the next round, or just by saving than going for a 1v3 with an AWP, which is not favorable in a lot of cases.
You can make the argument. I actually think that, like, back in the day, Fetish, so obviously when we look back at the Danish lineup, used to be notorious for saving, and in positions maybe they were just odds-wise not being able to win.
This is GW stuff.
Yeah.
Taking banana alone with an AVP in the smoke.
So Kerry can do the same, but I think it makes sense, right? To your point, Golden and also Samuelson, I think that people are starting to figure out more of like, where do you fight? You tend to fight with teams, you know, you tend to go in groups, and then you have like one player holding a spot, and I think that's really where, you know, FURIA and even teams like Fnatic and more teams are doing it, but you know, pushing with the solo player is not very expected, and you tend to get one-on-one duels. So it's definitely favorable, especially if you do end up getting that kill. You just have all the map control for free, essentially.
How has he done that? Buster, 3 headshots on the corner. The bomb's going to make it to the site. Art's cleared it up. He can get the plant, but this is a difficult 1v3. Where's he going? Back to the ruins, back to the coffins. It's a bit of an open plant as well, so he's not going to be screwed by the coffin if they stick it. Trying to find a fight, but they're surely going to try and trade this frag if he gets away with one. Jumping for Jame and kicking the trade. Very out of control.
And I think they are really good at doing that. Like when they really go, they go like no hesitation. They are trading each other really good.
That's what I was going to say about the pop flashes that we talk about, because I think you can talk about, oh, we throw a flash and you go, but it takes a lot of communication, a lot of timing efforts to like really get a good spot of ensuring that you're not flashed and the opponents are flashed. And I think that's really what FURIA has excelled at, of doing these explosive pushes of like, let's go on the one flashbang and we know that flashbang is going to be good, and let's just not stop, like W.
I think that's one of the things that maybe looks easy, but it's not that easy to do really good when you enter a site and stuff like that and trade each other with the right flashes and stuff like that.
Look at this gamble right now. VP have just left B. They've realized the hard way. So many mollies have landed over the site that both players are desperately trying to get back in. The lurker is dead, so it's a 4v4. There's a chance for VP, but the gamble, the leaving of B has cost them the site, and I don't know if Buster can stop the plant.
And this is what Golden was talking about earlier. You kind of notice as well, like who wins the utility battle, and VP had no smokes left when this happened. So they can't stand on the bomb site, so they're forced to go CT spawn and ruins and just play retake and afterplant. It's a 3-on-3 though, so it's still very much doable. And there's a lot of flashbangs on the hands of VP. Really getting the kill on Sanji doesn't really help them at all. It's a 2-on-2 now though. It's a lot of overpeaking here from FURIA. It's a 2v1. I think he's rather do it. It's a much better spot for him to be in now.
Ooh, okay, so
server in some sense. And it's not happening for anyone. Yeah, you can drop 40 bombs in practice, but then when you go in an official game, you drop 10. Like, you're not winning, the team many games here.
Yeah, so it's basically your loss if you want to do that. But in my opinion, it's better to go to a deathmatch server and practice your aim that way, if you want to have that approach.
Yeah, practice is for actually practicing what you want to play in officials, to your point.
That's probably why they call it practice, eh? Kinder, the smoke.
Yeah, that was very ballsy. Just taking that peek in mid without through the smoke.
Again, VP have lost B with no players in the site, with no a single player to stop them. It's fine because you're 5-4 upright, you've got the util, you can play retake and 5-3 now with Sanji finding Art. So it's turned out pretty good. Surely a retakeable round for VP if they play their cards right. We saw some good trading from Buster and Kicker coming through ruins in the 2v1 the other round. And so let's see if VP can get this one under the rug.
ooh, yeah, that molly at least kind of, slows down the retake and puts that much more pressure on VP, but they still have this huge numbers advantage. So you need someone to try and step up here. Oh, Yuri might be the man to do it. All right, he's made it a little bit more interesting now. Having a fight from down in the pool, but yeah, he's trying.
Then it can be worth to have 0 nades or by SMB or something.
Yeah, you prioritize nades or like utility or a good gun, for sure. Yeah, because like how I explained this, like last round, VP didn't even play banana because they didn't have efficient enough to hold anything back if they were gonna push.
Yeah.
Even if they have one Molotov, it wouldn't be enough. So they inevitable to have them on B. And exactly what happened, like they got B for free, and yeah, it has free retake. Fortunately for them, they got 2 entries.
And I think their approach as well for VP has been a little bit unique when we kind of see them. They either fight for banana or they don't play site. They've been playing a lot of retake towards spawn and ruins areas as well. And that might also be because of the read from FURIA of liking to take the CT spawn control instead of, expecting putting more members there and just doing the retake. But yeah, utility, I mean, there's a bunch of maps as well that we kind of talk about utility being better than weapons, and the Inferno is by far one of those maps that we talk about. CTs are not going to have a good time if they don't have max utility. It's just very difficult to hold this map. it's very easy to just take banana control if you have full set of utility on the T side and you know that CTs have nothing. You just do a full-on execute. They can't stay on the bomb side.
Like stuff like that.
A lot of game sense as well.
Yeah.
Last round of the half, though. Jame with another pick. The AWP is paying off this game. That's what you like to see. Art's moved more onto the rifle. We've seen a lot of long pushes from him. He's dead, though. Pistols and AKs for FURIA. FURIA's in apps, but smoke faded, and already the apps player backing up. And look at VP's rotate as well. Jame now, he picked up a kill in mid. He's rotated solo B. It's a nice play. The scary thing here is if he doesn't get a kill and FURIA W him, he doesn't have a smoke or a molly to stop them. Oh, could have been a lineup.
That was close, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to happen. I hoped it was going to, but no, it's nice trade work from Honda, and that's got them into the B side. Now, there is still a man here. You know,
Yeah,
we're looking at
smoke
your
Honda.
Kinder.
Oh, dear. Well, now it's gone.
Yeah, and this is, so they've thrown that deep smoke again to try and get this ruins and like deep CT control, but you needed to win the fights in the site really for this to be worth it, because now Yuri is left up all alone. They very quickly realize where he is and where he's got to, and they're already out through Banana. He is aware of it. There's the first man down. All right, what can he do here? 1v2. Doesn't know the whereabouts of this CT guy, just that there was one. And I don't know if he knows about the second Banana play. He looks very, very aware though, so I guess he does.
Time.
Yeah, 14 seconds, that's the problem here. He's going to try tap it for the peak, but now he's got even less time, and there it is. 8-7 at the end of the first half. VP actually winning that one out just about, but there's still a whole second half yet to be played, so join us sorry.
Yeah, VP bought no nades, so it's gonna be they knew it was gonna be a brawl, and they chose apps for that, which is really good because first guy, whatever, if he jumps, it's really hard to hit him. You just use him as a flash. And there goes Jamie.
That was a knife kill.
Yeah.
He was sideways though, you know. Next thing you know,
Yeah,
you try
but
and
you can
right click
double left and right and duck
and get
stuff.
flicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of wild stuff that
Yeah,
will
that's
lead
the
to you
fnatic stuff,
guys.
guys.
You know? Yeah, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
No, I was gonna say that because normally teams are very good at least looking at the back, but like for some reason Fnatic always figures out a way to like always get knife kills. You know, obviously sure JW is notorious of it, but it feels like it's a sense of like people don't even watch your backs. Like, have you guys not learned anything for the past few years?
If you're holding an angle for like 20 seconds, just
Yeah,
turn
you're
around,
like
give it a
expect
check.
it. Just double check. Yeah, you know, just quick.
Any other pros listening to this, please don't listen to these guys.
But I feel like that's all part of the mind game, right? They pick an angle and then they go, I bet the moment. I was hoping he was going to take that little run boost spawn and get there and really light up the scoreboard. But you know, nade kill works just as well to get the opener, and it is all about that utility fight, as you guys have been highlighting.
It's a good damage being done here though, but Jamie does go down. And yeah, to your point, here's the thing as well. Like, yeah, sure, it's a 4-on-5 situation, but if we compare the nades here, VP has nades for a full-blown B execute, and then we compare that to FURIA, they're gonna have a very hard time holding this push off. So it's all gonna be a matter of now, like, let's get some good setups. Sure, we see FURIA see the tendency compared to VP. VP was playing more in spawn and in spools. FURIA is opting a little bit more for let's boost on the site, and let's ensure that we kind of fight for the site a little bit more. So we'll see. I would say, odds are based on even situations, but even in terms of utility right now, I would say that probably very highly chance that it's going to be a B execute at the end of it, with just a full-blown execute of, trying to get the bomb side and bomb down and then playing for retake or after plant rather.
Yeah, Archers used their last smoke in mid, and now falling back to B, stacking B. It's a really tough situation for the CDs here. It's gonna be tough.
Artoff get one. Oh my god, the re-peaks.
Wow.
This is what I mean.
Yeah, what I said.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I mean, I think FURIA has been really smart here with the attack, right? Like we've seen, Arch throwing away his smoke last. It's a 1-on-2 situation now, so the round's not over yet. Still very much winnable from Sanji. A smoke and a flashbang left. FURIA trying to retake this very, very quick. Sanji though in a much better position now.
Sticking it, no kits.
Oh dear! Now they have to get off. Yeah, right.
Oh, they would have won it.
Now he needs the kill, and Sanji, he thought they were off the bomb already. Yeah, he could have just stuck it. Now he needs this, and Sanji.
Cool, Vinny.
Another buy though, and another aggressive play. Vinny, oh man, it could have worked out for him. We see there as well, when we talk about CT in terms of like how do you want to take banana control, we also talk about where we want to place the HEs, because there's multiple areas on the banana area where you can place the HEs of where T's like to stand. Very much where Whitney died from there is one of the HE spots. If it's not on logs there, we see Jamie at. And same thing here. I mean, for VP here, we can see the old VP tendency here. 5-on-4. All they have to do is sit and wait. They know that FURIA has to go for at least some map control or map information.
Oh.
And yeah, they're just falling like bricks here. 5-on-2. Easy round now for VP. Should be a save round, if anything. Art and CT spawn. Once the smoke comes down CT, you make the argument that they're going to go over to A and try and save.
They're playing pretty methodically, VP. They're not rushing into B. Even in case there's no one here, there could be someone here and they don't know it. So they're just saying, yeah, they're doing very good.
2 players against A. So now they know no cities on B, but I still think they will stay on A to hunt their weapons because they know they have at least one AVP.
Yeah, they haven't moved, Sanji and Yakindo.
Yeah, so they secured the round, and if no one is B, they will be fast towards A and try to kill them.
Top teams do this. They're a little bit more cautious when they plant the bomb because they know that they're saving anyway. So like, just allow your teammates to get in a much better position so you have more time after you get the bomb down to try and kill these guys. And you see it now. I mean, they have just so much time to try and find where Yuri is. His teammates has already gone down, so there's going to be an absolute steam.
You could have failed, but obviously they could have thrown their Molotovs a lot better.
Oh, okay, nice. Vinny's a bit of a god of the sandbags.
That's what Golden was talking about. You can get a round where you get 2 or 3 kills without taking damage. It's a nice start from Vinny.
Yeah, so if you play exactly like that, Golden, every Inferno we're gonna win.
I need you to do that every round, and we're good, man. Our seat study first is gonna be fantastic.
I can do it on Deagles, but not on rifle.
It's too easy with rifles, or
yeah.
Same thing here, though. Like, you know, to our point, when we said we look at utility and stuff like that, it's still a full-blown B execute that they want to. So, sure, you can make the argument it's 5-on-3, so you won't probably be seeing over rotates from FURIA. So, if they were to do, it's a little bit of a fake here from Sanji, potentially, but he does fall back. I think this is also why we see more teams lean towards speed later on in the round, because it is a little bit easier to kind of at least try and take the bomb side versus trying to get up mid and getting crossfire to death from site and apps.
Yeah, for sure. You isolate the fights a lot easier on B. You do, like, if you have the utility, then and what you have in the current situation, then just the highest probability.
Ooh, Yuri's about to win the round by dropping the bomb, and that's now throwing everything into a bit of chaos. They're going to try and go into A still. They don't have time to go anywhere else, and they're right there, but yeah, it's the fact that that bomb gets dropped that's really ruined them here. Yakindo left it a 1v5. It's not looking great for him.
He's gonna lose it.
Alright, let's see. Is this the redemption?
Oh,
He's done it.
Wow, that's insane.
Ooh, kicking through the smoke. Vinny already spraying. It was a perfect time for him, and the flash did nothing. Push down banana. 2 players for FURIA. VP are cordoned out. They are trapped in mid right now. That's where you got to give it up. Yeah, you got the kills. You've still got a Molotov for B. 2 orbs. Honda's waiting, and he's got his shot as well. FURIA, ever since they won that eco, they have not been stopping, man, and they're going to keep going. 5-on-3.
Yeah, they have to use. They know they have, like, there's an op somewhere, and they have to start using more flashes. Like, it's too sloppy from VP right now. Just peeking into angles that are being held or flashing through smokes. That's maybe maybe FURIA's in their heads.
And they know that FURIA really likes to play close as well. Close to smokes and close everywhere to be up in your face.
25. Honda gets tagged. There's a chance. It's an opening, but it's still not a kill. Yuri's yet to be spotted, and Honda finds another. Ooh, falling off the top. Honda's just killing everything. Forget it. This round's over. FURIA.
Kind of above and beyond what should be expected of you in those scenarios. So it must feel kind of infuriating if you're Virtus.pro. Like, you're throwing all the utility, you're having pretty good reads, you're getting up banana in some of these rounds. But then you run into like one guy who would just kill two of you, and suddenly it goes back in favor of FURIA.
I would say that here. Go ahead,
I would. FURIA is one of the teams that you don't want the momentum, right? Because of their play style. So when they have like 5, 6, 7 rounds in a row, it's really hard because you gain more and more confidence, and they do the crazy stuff even better. So if you want to break one team, I would bet as FURIA.
I was also going to point out as well, if we look at the difference from FURIA was very good on not taking banana control when they didn't need to early, and they just waited for the nade to be down from VP, and then they just took it for free. VP has a different approach where they try and stick in one guy in banana and try and hold it, but they've been dying every round. FURIA has done a really good job in killing off the banana player, which has forced VP in this like 5-on-4, even a 4-on-4 situation, but not taking banana control. So definitely should, something that should be talked about. We've seen it from FURIA.
Yeah.
They fight for banana early. They don't have to do it early for VP. They can just wait.
Yeah, Vinny's doing a great job.
Oh, okay. This one is gotten down to the wire. There are these rotations, but basically coldzera is like in the site alone, and with that smoke going down at Moto, coldzera's got to do a lot. He could deny the bomb plant, but it's planted safe from where he is. The second guy's barreled in through the smoke to help out. Look at Art go. There were 2 smokes down at Moto, and he runs through both of them to get into the site. And now Sanji, hidden here in the graveyard, has to try and put some bodies in it. There's one, and just coldzera left to find, but he's on the angle, and he's ready to go.
And more nades will come. And this is always going to be the problem on that T side on Inferno, when you want to take banana control so early in the round, but you don't get any benefit from doing that. The only thing that really you get from it is the CT's wasting obviously a lot of utility by you showing that you're there, but also at the same time, you get a lot of chip damage in the process by doing so. This is probably one of the best, openings that we've seen from VP, because they haven't died and they've only lost 50 HP on Yakindar.
Yeah,
I would say that if you have 40 HP and you have the whole banana, I think you've done a really good job, and that's a good trade. But they didn't get the whole banana, so yeah. And it also depends how much utility the CTs are wasting, of course.
Honda's backed up. Orb shot missed. He follows up the second time around. He's been nailing them on this A side. Art's here to help out Honda with a double. And now Sanji trading back out of nowhere. James got the AWP pin, but he's got to use it like a shotgun with a player boosted in the sight. A whiff spray recovered by Kicker, but the AWP will trade. And a burnt out player in Yuri leaves Art and Jame in a 1v1. Art's going for the full wrap. No, it's actually back to the archway as Jame is given a plant and a chance to dance.
This is a real clash of the titans here, right? Like the AWP v AWP, the head-to-head, and who's going to win it? Jame, around the corner, nice and quick. And there wasn't 2 players alive there, so we didn't have the so we actually get the head-to-head that we wanted, and that there has put VP up onto 4th.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, there's always the possibility, Talking about, let's see how many nades they throw. It might be just a double first. Yeah, and they save. Oh, they actually throw more. So they have one left on Art.
9 HP.
Yeah, normally you hold off a little bit and you throw 2 first. You get a little bit more information on if they're actually in banana. But this was more of a gamble nade stack from FURIA. Art goes down as well.
He went down in T-Apps, by the way.
I saw that. I was wondering, where
I just saw him in the
How is he there? How is he there at 125? I don't know, but yeah. Gamble stack. This is the exact round that FURIA won. It was their first round that they won on this half. It was 5 Deagles or 4 Deagles on B, and VP walked right into it. But
so let's see if they send one to A and look for information, or if they're going to do the same thing.
Oh no, yeah.
More aggressive.
Well,